It's finally time to turn the page and begin the next chapter. This is a 2020 Lagoon 450S that just did a 200-yard backflip in a hurricane and landed upside down on the mangroves. Well, that's when we found it all shattered and broken, but then we became blinded by the dream and decided to gamble our entire life savings and bought it. Well, the next 52 days were spent stranded in the mangroves trying to get this thing out. And if you're new here, I'd recommend going back and watching it because it was one hell of a rodeo. Well, long story short, a crane finally arrived, but the boat was too heavy. So we tried to winch it over, the rope snapped, and the boat sank. Well, of course, we were absolutely heartbroken, but we eventually cleaned up the mess, tied it to the back of our monohull, and towed it 40 miles south down to the southern point of Grenada to the beautiful Spice Island Marine. And now, we're about to begin the rebuild, but what's obvious is that this Lagoon 450 has been through the ultimate ringer, a test that no catamaran should ever have to endure. So today, we're taking a deep dive into the hull to answer the million-dollar question. How are the bulkheads, how's the structure, and is this the most expensive mistake we've ever made? What's up guys, and welcome to Present Time Spirit Animal. We are here at the beautiful Spice Island Marine down in Grenada, and we have been here for a while now, sitting at the dock, editing, trying to catch up to present time. We wanted to catch up on footage so that this could be an interactive build, and so you guys could feel like you're right here next to us through the whole entire process, and chime in and give us some advice in the comments.
So that brings us to the catamaran, which we haven't even started working on yet. And the first thing we have to do is answer the million-dollar question. Is the structure of this boat solid, or did we just waste our life savings on something that should have been cut up and brought to the scrapyard?
So in this episode, we bring in some professionals who are highly skilled in this department, especially with this specific boat model, starting with someone who approached us on the dock while we were editing a few weeks ago. Alright, so we were in Carriacou. Our good buddy Hoop was there as well. And I checked out his channel, and he had this guy who was a wizard at fiberglassing go to Carriacou and fix all his problems. He fiberglassed the whole bottom side of the hull. But I got to thinking, damn man, it'd be nice to talk to that guy. A couple days later, he showed up at our boat. He's like, hi, I'm Rolf. And this is his wife, Mariana. And he's got a lot of expertise in the structure of boats.
Was a prototype builder for 25 years.
Wow.
A prototype builder for 25 years. He seems believable, but I guess we're gonna go find out. We're gonna go through this boat right now, look at some of the structures, see what needs to be done, and honestly, I might regret meeting him because he's already planted a ton of ideas in my mind that might add 4 months to the yard.
Let's make it longer, faster, dagger boards.
We might turn this into a performance cat.
Or as much as it can be.
Let's see if it's possible.
Before jumping aboard and checking the structure of the boat to see how it weathered the flip and the hurricane, we decided to brainstorm some potential upgrades and ideas, sort of daydream about what we could do with this boat, starting with bow extensions.
This is about 1 meter, so 3.5 feet. You don't want to break the line, it has to follow the curve of the boat. This is not good, you have to be a little bit like this. Upstairs you want to round it off a little bit because it doesn't look nice like this.
So tell them what the idea behind extending the bows is.
You make the waterline longer, so less hobby horsing, theoretically. You can make like a watertight bulkhead, like a crash box. You make a more performance shape also.
It's sexier.
It's much sexier. Much sexier.
Okay, so the reason why we're talking about extending the bows in the first place is because if you look up, they are very damaged and we got to grind them way down. So if we're going to do all that work to grind them back and make them new, why not just extend them a few feet? The longer the boat is, the less it's gonna hobby horse because it can clear the gaps of the waves better. Instead of riding up and down, it kind of like glides across the boat. So if you can extend your boat by 2 or 3 feet off the front, 2 or 3 feet off the back, you're gonna have a longer boat and a smoother ride.
Go to the back.
Okay.
So that's the other one.
The backs are probably the only thing I'm totally sold on doing at the moment.
Yeah.
Because we want to put a big solar rack on the back, of course, Spirit Animal style.
You will have a here.
Yeah. But it was kind of
2 foot.
before.
Let's go 3.
Pick them up and to take them down.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
We got to go an inch past what Colin did, just because. But first thing first is making sure that the structure of the boat's good. Rolf knows a lot about these 450s, so he's gonna look at some critical places that they have issues. We're gonna go take a peek, see what we can find. So obviously the boat was upside down, and when it was, they took a strap and tried to flip it, which pulled these together. I saw, like, look right here. I don't know if that's gel coat or if that's something that we really need to address.
The thing is, you have to be worried if the crack is like going outside, because all the polyester bends.
It has some flex.
It has flex. If it doesn't have flex, it breaks.
Yeah.
So it needs to be flex. Lagoon will tell you, oh, it needs to be flexible. Otherwise, when it's too stiff, something will break.
Yeah.
So usually this happens around an area what's reinforced. Sometimes here is something and maybe pushed here a little bit, but if it exceeds the properties of the material, it explodes to the outside. And this is like a stress crack. It's like it had some stress, so the gel coat cracked because the gel coat has no fibers inside.
Yeah.
And it's like 1 millimeter thick or half millimeter thick.
Just a little surface crack.
Don't worry about it. I'm not worried for things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bad one. You'll have to reinforce it from the inside because that's cracked. If you see this means that it's totally delaminated from the back. Because
you think back?
Yeah, because it exceeded the properties of the polyester, and that goes out. The force goes out in a corner.
So that'll have to be totally grinded back and
grind it back from the outside and from the inside, because this is not only from the outside like a spider web, we call it.
Yeah.
Like a stress point. This is really beyond stress. Yeah, this is
same with all this.
Yeah, but that's grind. Put a layer on, check it on the inside.
Got it. So far, there was nothing alarming or unforeseen going around the outside of the boat. But now it was time to climb on board. All right, so
that's good.
Rolf was just saying how all the stresses go to the corners, so we really want to keep an eye on those. He said a lot of boats naturally get them over the years, but we're gonna look for any major ones, anything where the boat looks crooked. And yeah, we're inside right now, about to check it out. So the boat was upside down, okay? And when it was, these doors didn't slide open and close. They were stuck because of the forces here. Up top, all these beams, we cut all this fiberglass out of the top so that we could clean it out because it was filled with mud and diesel.
Cut this?
We cut all that.
Okay. Has also no structural value.
No.
Because there's no glue whatsoever.
Nothing at all. So we assumed when we flipped it back over that the roof would pop up, and it did. No. But all they had was this glue. They're not tabbed in, but they all popped. So the beams popped, and you can see there's some stress cracking here in all the corners of these, but it all snapped back in place. So I'm debating whether we could put some wedges in here, separate it, and just put epoxy and glue just like it was before, or we could somehow tab this down with fiberglass.
You can tap this one. You put in here between, you try to sand it, glue it, and then tab it.
So you think we should glue it and then tab it here?
If you do it from here and you put glue in between, do it like this, you have here adhesion, you have here adhesion. That's enough.
Yeah.
Don't make yourself crazy. Normally you see here also some movement, and here inside. Take it out.
There's a huge space back there.
You will come out of the closet one day.
Wait.
Yeah, actually it's not bad.
You see anything in there that needs to be fixed?
No. Here, if you go here to the left, I would tap this one, where this glue is sticking out.
For reference, when we say the word tabbing, we're talking about putting a strip of fiberglass down to adhere the two surfaces together. In this picture, you can see the epoxy that they use, which has been known to fail.
I don't like things like this, because it's a corner here. And you see it glued, but it's not.
It's not tabbed.
No.
But there's no separation.
No, but you will get it. You will get it in that corner. Then all this one will be crooked, but yours is okay. I'm looking at things like this, because if something is broken, you will see it in a
corner.
This is like stress from that one. A lot of boats have it.
Well, it fell on this.
Oh, okay.
It was sitting on that.
Actually, it's not so bad as I was thinking.
Up top looks good, man. See that metal bar? That's what happened. It slid across and scratched all the gel coat, but there's no structural cracks up top.
No. that's not your worry. And also the windows are not cracked. So this means that it was not compressed too much. Because if it's compressed too much, they will pop out. You have to see to this one. Because if this goes down, and this is a strong point, it will break here or here.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Surprising, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Because these windows pop out like
There's a little bit.
crazy.
Would you even fix that stuff?
No.
Just let it ride?
Of course, every boat has it. This can be from factory that they bend this piece to fit a little bit too much like this, and then they do like this, and then over time there comes a crack.
Yeah.
Not after a week, but after a month, because the material's under tension, and it goes a little bit older from the sun, and then you see the crack.
And then they set it in the water, and the boat probably flexes.
Exactly. So this is maybe from factory, because this one slides on top of here, and it is pushed out a little bit, of course.
Yeah.
Because of the fitment.
So nothing concerning.
No, no.
Now this is what I wanted you to look at.
Yeah, we have to
chain
see this
plate.
one inside, because that one was pushed inside.
I think it was sitting on the rigging this way, so I think the rig took a lot of tension this way.
Yeah.
And you can see, I don't know if this screw popped through, but
Yeah,
the caulking's not even separated. Not this.
So when this goes inside, this goes down. So it pulls that one down. So this is from the damage from that one. We have to see inside how big area is affected. If this is a separate one, or if this is connected with this one. You see a little bit that it had here some stress.
Yeah. Would you just fix that from the outside,
Or
or
from outside? I'm not stressed about this one. If you want to feel really good, you tap here, but
just put a couple layers just for the hell of it?
just for your peace of mind.
Yeah, but no, it looks strong.
If it was too much, you will see it here also, because the forces goes through the material, and it will also crack in the next corner.
There's one micro there.
Yeah, man.
But that's not bad, is it?
If we look like all these micro cracks on a boat, you cannot buy never a boat.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
So do you want to jump in here, or do you want to go inside?
I want to see it. No, I want to see this. Oh, let me see. This is separated.
That's delamination there, right?
Here also, you see?
Yeah.
It's also lighter. So this means that it was separated. Now you grind this back, because this is solid. You see also the layers here?
Yeah, that's the...
So this is solid. So this piece, this is with foam until here. When they build it and you want a sandwich construction, you want it stiff but light. So what you do is you do an outer layer, foam, inner layer. And that makes it very stiff. Here you want a solid piece, because here you want to put your bolts in. So this has to be solid. So from here on it's solid. So if it cracked, that it's a big impact, because it's like 1 centimeter thick of full laminate. So you begin here and laminate, and you reinforce that whole piece. But
and then just grind it on the outside until you're back to good glass.
Yeah.
So obviously there's still good glass here.
Yeah, this is all good. This is good. Here I don't know, because this is the piece where it's broken. But you have a chance that if you hit it a few times, you break this. You take this whole thing away, and I think you can take this off easy. Yeah, you see? Yeah. Like paper. And this one, it's easy to glass in, because it is a little bit like a crash box. So they glass it with only 1 or 2 layers. You don't have to put big layers, because this is a structural thing.
Yeah. And you think that needs to be removed to properly fix the bow?
Yeah. Yeah, this has to be removed, because you make it thicker.
No, I mean the wall.
Yeah, this you have to take out.
To fix the bow?
Yeah, because you want to see what's behind.
Yeah.
And it's easy, man. You cut it.
Yeah.
No problem here.
Yeah.
For me, as a craftsmanship, you know, like I did it so much. This is like not a nightmare.
Yeah. Okay. This is where the strap was when they lifted it.
Yeah, because this one, it's an overhang, I think. Yeah, it's an overhang. Yeah, but you have to see it inside. From outside, it's not difficult. It's the inside. I think it was maybe already glassed here extra, because this is an area normally where it's problems.
Right? Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
So it looks like it is already glassed, or in the factory, or by somebody.
Yeah. No cracks on the backside here. So the only thing we have is a spider crack in the corner from the strap.
Yeah, I look at structural things for you. It's like the ceiling where it's actually glued, and where the boat's really connected for rigidity. We look at the corners like with the bulkheads, the main bulkheads where the engines are, because that's how the major repairs, you know. Actually, surprised that it looks not bad.
Looking good so far.
Yeah, man.
So we have one sail drive.
Wow. Yeah, so your steering system, what's normally a weak point, that's still okay. Your glue around is okay. The funny thing is, they're not stupid, huh? They build these boats and they put also foam in between for the squeaking.
Oh yeah.
So normally it looks very dirty that it's like this, because you can make this also nice when you build it. You do it with the finger nice, but they put this foam in just to cover.
Yeah.
You can check when you do like this with a pry bar a little bit to see if it came loose or not.
Okay.
Just check it. Don't crack it, just check it.
Yeah.
And here I look in the corners. Rudder posts are okay. Bueno, sir. Bueno.
That's what we like to hear. So far so good. There's nothing that stands out, but time to go see the real bulkheads and the compression post.
So you have already the reinforced version, because with the older one this is wood. Wood with glass, but you see this is full glass. So you already have the good version. This is still good. So that's very good.
That's good.
That's very good. Because if you want to sail, this has to be good.
So this is one of the main bulkheads in the front, and there's no door here to really tell.
No, but I already see here, that's not the problem. Because you will see it here, this is the stress point. But this, it's poor workmanship.
Yeah,
I would glass it from here, because this one goes back to the corner. So this is already naturally a weak point. And they glass it here and they glass it here. So stupid. So if you want to be sure, you have to take the trim off. Have you tried it?
I haven't.
You have to do it.
We were gonna do that on both sides.
Yeah, you have to do it. But the stress from the roof will be exactly here. Now let's tell that this is perfect. You see that there's no distortion, nothing. Not here, not here. So
it's good.
That's good, man. So they have also problems under the water tank normally, because there's like 400 liters of water. Let me first see the areas what's the most visible, to see if you can sail within reasonable time or that you have a real problem. So normally the glue is the first sign when it breaks, so that's okay. There in the corner, it's a little bit of a stress point. It's a little bit light, a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, so you have to grind that and put
some glass.
Pour some glass. Yeah, no, that's all good, man.
Nice.
On this side, don't worry.
Another thing is the reveal of the door looks perfect on this side.
Okay, man. Congratulations. Not bad at all.
All good, let's go. Alright, so we got confirmation from Rolf. I'm feeling really good about this build.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, Rolf. Appreciate it, man.
You're welcome. No problem.
So we got a good
problem. Yes.
It's a very nice boat.
Yeah, no problem.
You got a nice smile on your face. You're excited.
Boat's looking good. We're still gonna take off the trim and some of the veneer to get a good look at the bulkheads.
Yeah.
That is good news.
That's not bad.
Ready to tackle it?
Yeah, I'm excited.
After beers. All right, now it's time for the ultimate test. It's time to really lay our eyes on the bulkheads. All right, so we are in the forward port side cabin. The boat had the Lagoon 450 fixed before the incident occurred where it flipped over. I personally have never seen what a Lagoon factory fix looks like, so this will at least show us that, and I don't know how much of the bulkhead we'll be able to see. It's time to find out. Okay, it's slowly separating. There we go. All right, moment of truth. We can't see anything. Well, a little bit. Hold on. That ought to help. Boom.
Funny how that happens.
Okay. So we do have some better visuals. And this is Zika flexed on. Let's see if we can get this off.
Wait, Zika Flex?
What's it called?
Sika Flex.
Zika. See, I had Zika. That's what happens to my brain, okay? I'm allowed to have these vocabulary hiccups because I'm all messed up. So, Colin warned me about this. I asked Colin for some Cliff Notes, and he was like, dude, I don't know if you're going to be able to get these brackets off because they're Zika flexed on. As you can see here, this is what they do for this Lagoon fix. Let's try to get this off real quick. Alright, so.
That's stuck.
Yeah, it's pretty stuck. And the bulkheads look straight. So, I already know Colin's going to be like, you never know, they're broken because you can't see them. The reason why there wasn't much strength in this area is because there's like one sheet of plywood, and eventually that force bows your plywood. It breaks your bulkhead, and I think sometimes it even like does this. So Lagoon takes this 3-inch C-channel and puts it over this bulkhead, which keeps it straight. So it looks like they glue 2 pieces of wood on. Basically, this wooden piece goes to about here, and then they put this C-channel over that, and it sandwiches everything together and holds it tight. I can see most of this wall, like pretty much all of it.
On the other side
I can see the glass on the whole entire wall. There's no crack in this bulkhead.
Yay!
There is not a single crack. So the next step was to go to the starboard side of the boat, remove the trim, and look at that one. Easy does it, easy does it. And what we found was pretty much identical to the port side of the boat. The bulkhead appeared to be straight, there was no delamination or any cracks anywhere that we could visually see. But just in case we were overlooking something, we wanted to call in our next professional, Colin McRae. I thought you had an apron on for a second, but it was just the way your shirt is, man. I thought you were in the kitchen cooking.
These are the 3/4 cuts, brother.
That is sick, and you can get those on your website? Colin McRae, everybody. For those who don't know, which I'm sure most of you already do, he is like the godfather of the Lagoon bulkhead issue. He basically brought it to attention and then dug into his own, fixed them the correct way, and knows all there is to about them. So luckily he's a friend of mine, and I have the privilege of being able to call him and ask him for advice. Yeah, man, so we just took off the trim.
How are you feeling about it all?
Dude, I feel good. I feel really good. Yeah. And I hope you don't change that feeling. So here we got the trim removed off. We're on the port side.
If it was bent or cracked, it would be right there where you're looking at. At least it's straight now. It looks like the gap is parallel to the wall, either side of those brackets. The bracket's doing its job. It's taking the load. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If there was any warping happening, that bracket wouldn't be doing its job. Have you run a string line across your aft deck?
I haven't.
If you go on the back deck and we run it just in front of where the engine room hatches are.
Yeah.
And see what the deflection in the hull is. If the boat was super bent, I'd consider knocking that bracket off and trying to straighten it up. Another dead giveaway is to look at all the door frames and see the gaps. If the gaps are even on the corners and the sides of the door frames.
Yeah.
Our boat, the doors wouldn't even close. So that's another good one. Oh, and also while you're there, Raf, if you look down under is there any cracking or anything happening at the bottom of that bracket?
Can you see anything?
That's the bracket coming down, right?
Yeah.
There's no cracks around there. There's a big hole for the conduit there, a weak area.
Exactly.
That's where ours cracked and delaminated as well.
No delamination and no cracking. Like, oh shit. Like, so, as if I needed to get any stupider. Alright, so yeah, so this boat was fiberglass tapped, like all the bulkheads everywhere. And I thought I remembered you saying yours was just glued. Is that true, or did you also have some fiberglass tabbing in yours?
They were all glued.
No glass.
Just that grey paste.
Yeah.
They just used that for all of the frames. So are your frames, what's holding the water tank there, the blue tank, are they glued or are they glassed?
Nothing that has any structural integrity was glued in on this boat.
As long as all your bulkheads are strong, you've got the reinforcements in, so those are taking the load. Your compression post is strong, your rig's good, then you can go sailing.
Would you recommend, because I know you're not the biggest fan, and I agree with your opinion there that the Lagoon fix isn't the best. You'd feel confident if the boat's good not to take it back and glass it regardless, or is that something you would do if it was your boat?
Nah, honestly, I've changed my opinion a little bit on that. The reinforcement is pretty good. It's taking the load, right? So there's no way that bulkhead is going to bend or crack again. It can't. That bracket is too big.
Yeah.
And they've put either side. So it used to be a 15 mil bit of plywood with 2 bits of glass either side. Now you got the wood sandwiching it inside that bracket. There's no way. So it's not going to get worse.
Yeah.
But my problem with it was that they were putting them on when the boats were still bent.
Right.
Because you got a bent bulkhead, you got a cracked bulkhead, and then you just slap that thing over the top of it. You're putting a Band-Aid over it, and it's not going to bend further, but you've permanently fixed the boat in a bent shape, and that was my problem. And we went to a lot of trouble to get the boat straight, and so all our rigging numbers are good now. But yeah, if you just slap that thing on at the dock on a bent boat, that boat's going to be bent forever. So that was my issue with it.
That makes sense.
One of the big telltales is that that door behind you is plumb with the frame.
Yeah.
It's just telling you that the guts of the boat isn't bowed down like that, because otherwise those two, the door and the window, would meet like on an angle. And run a streamline across the salon floor as well. So I think we had like 7 mil of the deflection just in the salon floor where you guys are standing.
So
we had 40 millimeters of bend in the boat.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, dude, so far everything you've said is awesome, and I can't tell you how much comfort it brings just to get your eyes on the boat.
But you guys are onto a winner there. It's a whole different ballgame compared to what I dealt with or David Shee dealt with. Actually, a lot of Lagoon owners are worse off than you are. Even that boat did a freaking backflip.
That's wild. The perfect storm. Well, thanks, man.
Thanks,
we appreciate
Colin.
it, dude. And if you guys haven't seen Colin's channel, go check it out. Colin with Parlay Revival. He's got some epic stuff on there. I just saw your most recent episode when you were anchoring and had all those logs pile up. Dude, that was wild. Like,
I took a
Standing on
leaf
it.
out of your book, and we did a cliffhanger of that, and everyone's pissed off at us for doing a cliffhanger.
I saw you. It works though. Hey, it keeps them coming back. I thought you did a great job, and I was like, shit, I need to see the next one. But yeah, man. All right, dude. Well, we'll catch you later, man. I appreciate it.
All right, talk soon.
See ya. Okay, now we have our next professional, and some might argue that. He is someone who doesn't have years of experience in the boating world, but he's been through the ringer when it comes to Lagoon 450 bulkheads. It's my good buddy David Shee. Let's give him a shout and see what he says.
Yo.
You did not play some action figure music for when you answered.
Dude, that's my theme song. No, man, I'm doing land stuff. I'm at a movie.
Okay, dude, so, alright, we are inside the catamaran. This catamaran, I don't know if you're caught up on the story, but it flipped it over.
I'm watching your story. I'm watching you slay it on YouTube. Are you crazy, dude? I want to ask you all sorts of questions that I can't ask you if we're on live, so I want to ask you them right now.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk later. But anyways, we popped off the trim of our bulkheads, and real quick, I need your professional opinion on how you think they look.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's got the trim on there already. Already got the fix on there.
Oops.
Yeah, man. You know what? That part looks good, man. I'm not worried about that part at all. What about the deck hull joint at the top? Like, you follow it to the top where it curves at the door joint. Yeah, I would say there, and then also up at the deck joint, like where it connects to the deck. It looks fine to me.
Bro, I don't see anything.
Have you done the string test where you run across the transom to see how much it's dipping?
No, but I can tell that you've talked to Colin because that's the last thing he said that we need to do.
It all depends on how bad it's bent. So
when it's sitting on the hulls without a mast on it, it shouldn't be bent at all because there's literally no tension. If it's bent even a little bit right now, it'll bend a lot when you get a mast on it.
Great advice. Yeah, so I guess that leads us to just do the string test.
Yeah, so I would also check your middle bulkheads too. Basically directly under your sliding door, that part literally sits on top of your middle stringer. And the way Lagoon built them wasn't that good. So they put glue on there and then they drop it on and then they just like hope that it works.
Are you talking about right here at this,
Yeah, exactly right there.
Okay, I'm coming down here. We're going inside of this.
Yeah. And then look back at it.
It's the only time you'll ever say that.
Yeah, I can't really see it from here, but all that gray stuff, if it was me, I would fiberglass over that.
Okay.
It's super easy if it hasn't broken because you're literally just scuffing it up and then putting 2 layers of fiberglass.
What year is your boat?
2013. I think
Okay.
like, November 2013.
So Collins was a 2012, yours is a 2013. This one's a 2020, and after seeing what it's been through, are you kind of surprised you haven't seen any cracks?
The boat looks amazing. I can't believe that thing's been underwater. Man, I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked to like watch the journey. This stuff you guys are doing, man.
Yeah. Dude, right back at you. I just watched your videos of your dinghy adventures. You guys are nuts, man. I can't believe you towed that thing behind a bicycle.
Dude, you towed a 46-foot catamaran. I towed a 10-foot dinghy.
Yeah, but with your family behind a bicycle, and then you went camping in the middle of this intercoastal, dude. That was insane. David Shee, everyone. He's got a movie to catch, but I'll peep the channel here, so y'all go give him a follow. And thanks, man.
No, it's good. It looks good, man. It looks good.
Well, enjoy the movie, dude. We'll catch you later.
All right, bro. Take care.
See ya.
Good luck.
All right, so honestly, I was expecting David to get on the phone and go, bro, I don't know, call Colin. But he actually knew a lot. I was very impressed. He's just a very funny character. So I was expecting a little more sarcasm out of him and less actual advice. So the advice he gave was good. It's spot on kind of with Colin and with Rolf's. And now we need to draw a line. We need to pull a string across the back deck and see if this catamaran is actually in line. If you look right here, this is what I'm worried about. Because look, you can see how water collects right here, which kind of indicates that this floor is doing that. But I don't know if the pitch is just inside here, or if the boat actually like has some sort of bend in it. But the only way we're gonna find out is to pull a string from that corner to that corner and check the tolerance between the boat. We're gonna do that on the next episode. I'm just playing, we got some string right here. Let's knock this out and let's check the back of this boat to see what our tolerance is.
Hey.
You take that in. Going to this side. All right, so we have this battery holding down the string that's tied here, and it's holding down this end. So let's see. Sasha, you do that side. You got your end?
That looks pretty flush.
Oh my God.
No way.
Yo.
Wait, that's like flat.
That's pretty flat. Hold on. Okay, that is no more than a 1/4 inch. I would say this is good news, but we'll ask some of our friends and see what they think. But I mean, come on. You can't expect a boat to go through what this one has been through and only have a 1/4 inch of tolerance on the back deck there. No cracked bulkheads and very minimal structural damage. This is pretty crazy, and I am very impressed. All right, so we just texted Colin and David and told them that there was a 1/4 inch of deflection in the back. They said that is perfect. In fact, Colin said after he straightened his boat out that he got it about that straight, and then when he put the rig on and tensioned it, it went up to about a 1/2 inch. So that is some very good news. The last thing we need to check is the deflection in the floor of the salon.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from one staircase to the other or see what the deflection is on the fishing string.
That is the widest part of the floor here.
Try to go as close to the center as possible, I guess.
There is actually more deflection in this area than off the back, which is kind of crazy.
Where's the least?
Damn it!
What does that mean?
Well, okay, I'm on the trim. There's like a rubber gasket, so make sure you're in front of that.
I'm not on the trim now.
Okay, so it's not bad. It's more than the back though. So
I'd say maybe a millimeter or 2.
Sasha,
No.
we're not European, dude. We don't use millimeters. What's a millimeter? I think that
16th?
that's about No, that ain't a 1/2 inch, but probably 3/8. On a tape. All right, Sasha, what is it? 1 millimeter.
Honestly, it's literally 1 millimeter over the back.
No, that's a centimeter probably.
Okay, it is just under 1/2 inch.
Which is 3/8, or are you talking
Like
7/16?
7/16.
So we have 7/16 of deflection in the salon area. We have a 1/4 inch of deflection on the back. I don't know what that means. That means we got some more to dive into. We got some more to inspect. The boat is very straight for what it went through. I gotta say, it should be a lot worse, right?
So much worse for everything that it's been through. Like, honestly, the way that the boat was twisting and turning during the crane flip, like, I don't know how the weight of one hull wasn't just like flexing the center of this boat. It's amazing the way that it held up.
And some people even say, and I thought the same thing, that if those ropes didn't snap, the way that the crane was pulling on the boat to try to roll it over definitely could have caused some serious structural damage. So
I was actually just thinking that earlier today. I was like,
yeah,
it's probably a good thing that it snapped. So there you have it. We just got some advice from 3 very experienced individuals who have all had quite a bit of knowledge with this bulkhead issue that the Lagoon 450s have. So we're really excited to start digging into this refit. But before we go, we have one more thing to mention, and that is that we are giving away our monohull sailboat, and we have just over 2 weeks left till the giveaway ends. And here she is, our beautiful home, the boat that we've sailed the last couple years on. We've sailed thousands of miles through the Caribbean, and she has been absolutely wonderful. We're really gonna miss her, but she will soon be one of yours. For the last couple weeks, we've had some projects done. Clearly, she's got some fresh bottom paint. We're doing some cosmetic work on the inside of the boat. She's going to be top notch for the next person that will be owning her.
She is a 50-foot 2006 Beneteau Cyclades with 3 cabins, 2 bathrooms, and a walk-in shower. She is decked out, ready to go. We love this boat. We've put our heart and soul into her, and you can see that on our YouTube channel if you go back and look at the first season. We've turned her into a custom blue water machine, and one of you are gonna sail out of Grenada with this boat as the new owner. Of course, all the proceeds are gonna go towards the catamaran. We're gonna dump all the money straight into that one so we can continue our dream of sailing around the world. We're gonna draw a name at random in the first week of August, and someone is gonna win this boat, and they can literally drop it in the water, set sail, and chase the horizons and do the same thing we're doing. Anyways, good luck to everyone. We really wanna thank all of our patrons for your continued support each and every week. You guys have no clue how much that actually means to us and how much it helps us get by out here. We got a ton of overhead and a lot of expenses going on right now, so thank you so much. But that wraps it up for this week, and we will see you next week here on Spirit Animal.